Doors open today at a new Latino Counseling Center in Springfield. It's now offering mental health and addiction assistance to a population at risk in our community.
Western Mass News reporter Daniel Santiago joins us live in studio after visiting the new facility today. Daniel?
Chris and Abby, the new center will offer different services both in English and Spanish, providing services to Latinos and Hispanic residents in Springfield and all across Western Mass.
The Latino Counseling Center in Springfield opened its doors to the public on Tuesday. In a ribbon-cutting ceremony, staff from the Latino Cultural Center and other community leaders celebrated this project becoming a reality. This after CEO Jonathan Alicea had been dreaming about it for the past 5 years. According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, only 35.1% of Latino and Hispanic people in the country receive some type of treatment to improve their mental health, compared to a total population average of 46.2%. This is due to multiple factors, with language barriers at the top of the list, followed by a lack of cultural competence by providers, socioeconomic status of those seeking help, and mental health still being a taboo within the Latino community. That's why this center will have psychologists, psychiatrists, and family counselors who speak both English and Spanish on site. For people like Maria Cancel, this is a game changer. She tells Western Mass News in Spanish that her 15-year-old son was able to receive some services even before the space was officially open to treat social and communication issues stemming from his already diagnosed ADHD. She says these services transformed her son's life.
We as parents must give opportunities to our kids so they can form relationships outside of the house and accept that sometimes our kids need other help other than their parents. And that could be individual counseling, mentorship, or any other service offered by the community.
For Maria Silva, COO of the Latino Counseling Center, the main reason for opening this center was to help the Latino community in Western Mass. But she says the space is open for everyone that wants to come.
We are targeting a lot of the Latino because sometimes mental health is a taboo. Obtaining medications for mental health is not something you do unless you get them on the streets, right? So we're trying to help with that and educating our community about mental health and being able to let them know that it's okay, let's talk about it.
Silva also tells us they serve anyone 5 years and older, and that fees for services can be lowered and even waived based on socioeconomic status. Reporting live in studio, Daniel Santiago, Western Mass News.